What is going on, everyone? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. I wasn't going to do any more videos until January, but decided to do a scissor sharpening video. First thing you need to know about scissors is some are pretty simple, some are not so simple. This just happens to be a pair of kitchen shears, nothing too special. We use these for fishing a lot. These are actually still pretty sharp, except they're kind of chipped and nicked up. Cutting fishing line off hooks and whatnot tend to hit the hook sometimes. Anyway, enough about that. So, no matter what you're doing with scissors, they have to come apart. If you don't take them apart when you're sharpening them, you're eventually going to cause wear that you cannot fix. We're not going to work on the inside as much at all. Actually, as little as possible. These are actually hollow ground. But when you're working on the inside, you need to do the same amount of work to the pivot area as you do to the blade. So even if you're just simply deburring, you need to do it here as well, because eventually, if you were to just work on them like this, you'll wear this metal down, and then when the scissors close, there'll be a gap between, because the pivot is touching, the blades are not, and they won't cut. And that brings me to my next point. Cutting sandpaper, aluminum foil, all that nonsense. Anybody who tells you that has no idea what they're talking about. Doesn't matter how good of a result they have with it. Eventually, you're wearing down the inside of the blade. The blades will stop touching. They will not cut. So if you want to ruin your scissors, cut sandpaper. If you want to sharpen your scissors, take them apart, get a stone. This is our Sharpening Glass 500. Pretty much the only stone I use these days. Just like it, works for everything. Splash and go, dries quick. So we're going to treat each half of the scissors like a single bevel knife. We're only going to sharpen the bevel. So you're going to find this angle on your stone, and you're going to sharpen until you raise a burr across the whole edge, and then we'll go from there. So we're getting there. Okay, we're getting pretty close now. I have a burr down here. Still needs a little more work up here. Okay, got a pretty nice burr down the whole side. All my chips are gone. Now this is the important part, is deburring this backside. And some people say you don't even need to, just closing the scissors will kind of rip the burr off, but I like to get as much as the burr gone as possible. So you're going to put this knife flat on the stone, and remember, you want to go all the way past the hinge point. We're going to use edge leading strokes. The other thing to keep in mind is the blade is curved. So if you were to just hold it flat and push forward, you're only going to hit the ends. So if you can kind of work carefully off the side of the stone while keeping the area that you're working on flat, that'll do a much better job. Okay, so that's pretty much got the burr, just that one stroke there. There's just a little bit of burr left this way. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna do edge leading, you know, at our sharpening angle. Okay, and that burr is gone. Alright, then you just gotta repeat over here. So this side of the knife has serrations on it. They're just for a little extra grip while you're cutting. You know, they kind of, if you're cutting something harder, it'll keep it from sliding as much, but you're just basically going to sharpen them away. Unfortunately, that's really the only way to do it, and the process will be the exact same. Yeah, that side's done too. Okay, put these back together. Now these spend a lot of time in salt water, so all this hardware is getting pretty beat up. We'll try that though. Feels pretty good. It's got some kind of heavier paper here. I knew it would cut that. Some pretty flimsy napkins. Some people say a wet napkin. I've never tried that, to be honest. Yeah, it cuts that fine too. Here's my favorite test, is a piece of my wife's hair. Hopefully that shows up. Alright, so there's your scissor sharpening basics. It's pretty much all there is to it. It's, you know, it's not super complicated, but you can definitely do it wrong and ruin a pair of scissors pretty easily. Thanks for watching.